friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming services, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. We also have videos associated with these episodes on YouTube. Just look for Fort Worth Roots, whether it's on any of those services or social media or whatever. Our email is also media@fortworthroots.com. Things are getting pretty serious here at Fort Worth Roots, and we want you to know that if you'd like to be a part of this, you want to be a guest on the show, if you'd like to advertise with us, whatever, hit us up, media@fortworthroots.com. We're not going to stop. We are going to continue to grow this thing, and in the last 5 years, I'm impressed. I hope you are too. Hope you guys are having fun with this. We're going to continue our mission to support small businesses and provide additional stages for musicians in the Fort Worth area. With that being said, this is a really fun Tuesday episode we did out at McFly's Pub, and you guys can be part of it every Tuesday. Got an audience microphone set up. We purchased pizza so that you guys can have something to eat when you get there. Why pizza? Well, same reason your boss does it when he's trying to win your approval. It's cheap, and you can buy a lot of it. So it's good. It's good. We like the pizza. But anyway, it's just a good excuse to get together on Tuesdays at McFly's at 5 p.m. And we bring out an excellent guest every week. This week, Andrew screwed up. Andrew brought 2 musicians on the same day. Not on purpose. No, he double booked. And thank God the 2 musicians that we had lined up were just super sweet about it. And they shared their time, and it turned out to be even better because we got to share our experience with everybody's friends from both sides of the party. So it worked out. Follow along on social media if you want to get updates on who's going to be next week's guest. Next week, actually, out at McFly's, 5 p.m., we got Claire Hinkle, and it's going to be awesome. We've got a lot of cool people planning on rolling through, and we'd love for you to be out there with us. That audience microphone is so that you can get in on the conversation, but also so that when we're done with the interview, at the very end of it, I do an all-call, and if there's anybody in the room that wants to do a plug, your book, your music, your podcast, whatever you got going on, we open up the mic for that. So anyway, check that out. If you have any questions, if you're not sure about what I'm talking about, just hit us up, media@fortworthroots.com. And this week's guest is a friend of ours that we've known for a very long time. I feel like maybe it hadn't been that long. Feels like forever. But I've gotten to watch her create and collaborate with other artists and show up to all the mixer events, and she's just very involved with the Fort Worth music community. And this is the first time we've had her on the show as the intended guest. She's been on as a kind of a co-guest a time or two, but this is the first time we've had our friend on. So find her on Instagram as Gabby Minton Music, and that's where you can get connected with her and all that good stuff. But if you've never heard of her before, very talented artist, and she's got a very original spin. I mean, it's a thing in and of itself. I don't even know how you'd put it into a specific genre. But we are honored to have her on the show and look forward to recording with her again in the near future. You guys stay tuned till the very end. We've got more sponsors to talk about and events that are coming up right around the corner. We don't want you to miss out. So that's enough talking out of me. Thank y'all for being here, and please give it up for our friend Gabby Minton, and let's start the show. All right, folks, welcome to another episode of Fort Worth Roots. We got Gabby Minton with us here at McFly's. Welcome, Gabby.
Thank you.
It is our Tuesday night episode where we bring an unsuspecting local badass into the room and ask them a series of questions. Who is your father and what does he do?
He'll actually be here soon.
That's excellent. That's excellent. This has been one of the funnest things we've ever done with the Fort Worth Roots brand, podcast, whatever you want to call it, and we absolutely love this. We buy pizza for the people. We have an audience microphone so people can chime in whenever they want. Wink, 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 wink. And yeah, it's just been a good deal. So, and it's given me an opportunity to weekly sit down with my friends and really just discover what they've got going on. But let's start at the beginning, because Gabby, I know you've been on the show before, right? It was us with Joe, and we've done recordings in the past, but this is the first time we've had a Gabby episode. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. Usually I'm just tagging along to watch Joe.
Yeah. Pull that mic just a little closer to your face.
Like this?
Yeah, because I'm going to turn this down a little bit because we're getting some feedback.
Okay.
There we
How's
go.
that?
Audio level okay out there, Kim?
And back to you, Andrew.
We got Kim from Community out in the audience today. I guess I should turn on the... Oh, there we go. Now you guys have a mic, but it's kind of pointed the wrong way. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about you, Gabby. Where do you hail from?
So I was born in Dallas, and I know.
It's only Dallas. That's like the only place that I'm like actively against.
Well, it's funny because it's growing on me. I
Dallas
feel like,
is?
yeah, I feel like
Really?
they've been doing a lot of like things to spotlight more local artists lately.
Well, that's cool.
I feel like for years and years it was kind of a battle to break ground in Dallas.
And I've always heard like gatekeepers, and it's like
Yeah.
really hard to get into that scene.
Especially when I first started, I feel like I got 2 gigs in Dallas and that was it.
But not so much anymore.
No, yeah, I feel like I've been connecting with a couple of people out in Dallas to hopefully get some collabs going, and details to come on that.
Cool.
And then there's just a lot of activity going on out there lately where it's a little more welcoming than it used to be.
Is it because Fort Worth is so awesome they feel like they have to step up their game?
Maybe. Who knows?
It's got to have It's got to have something to do with it.
I did grow up in Garland, though. I was born in Dallas, and then I grew up in Garland.
So I'll tell you real quick. Little Andrew, whenever my parents were separated, my mom lived in Midland and my dad lived in Garland.
Wow.
So that was a trip.
Yeah, that is a very far,
Once
every
a
other
month.
weekend trip.
Yeah, we always met at the Smokestack, Thurber Mingus. Have you ever been there?
No,
It's not at all halfway, but they consider it halfway.
it works.
But Garland. So Garland, yeah, part of my childhood. I don't remember a lot of it except for it was hot, and my dad lived in a pier and bean home, and like it was dirty.
Oh, Garland or the home?
Garland. That's the recollection I have. And then fast forward like, I don't know, 20 years later, I just kind of happened to drive through Garland, and I was like, yeah, this kind of matches up with my memory.
Well, that's another place that I feel like, I don't know if it's just like a general consensus lately, but they've also been pouring into local music in their downtown.
Really?
Yeah, they have like freestanding instruments. They have art exhibits. They have a brewery downtown that does live music pretty frequent. I'll go play at Lakewood a lot in Garland.
How
But
far
that's-
of a drive is that?
It's about an hour from here.
Yeah, damn.
On a good day.
Yeah, without traffic and accidents and all that.
Exactly. No, yeah, I'm sure my dad's actually commuting right now from Garland, and I think he left at 3:30.
God.
Yeah.
Dude, in this weather.
It's a drive.
So for folks that aren't tuning in like live action and know what the weather conditions are, what would you say? It's like the temperature's falling. It's a little misty outside. Everybody's worried. Like people are hiding their children and boarding up their doors and trying to store all the fat.
It's
like
29 degrees outside.
it's 29 degrees outside and misty. Like everybody's just losing their shit.
They really are.
That's Texas, baby. We don't play around with that frozen wet stuff.
Yeah.
And they're buying all the eggs.
They are buying all the eggs. I paid $6 for eggs yesterday.
Dude.
But I needed the eggs.
So, yeah. I was talking. Somebody brought up the Gulf of America the other day, and I was like,
The Gulf of Spirit Halloween. I'm not here for it.
"Well, tell like honest to God, like okay."
What was the thing? It was Gulf of
I saw
Totina's
that.
Pizza powered by
Yeah,
Home Depot.
But what's that doing for the price of eggs? It's like, man, we got other shit to
Nothing.
worry about, and you're talking about
It's
renaming
feeding
some
the
water.
little egos of America.
I guess, but yeah,
Hi, Ryan.
eggs ain't nothing to mess with.
Yeah.
Ryan, come here, Ryan.
There's an audience mic open right now.
and you're
Do
hot.
I have a mic?
Yeah, oh my God, you do.
Just so happy to be here.
Ryan,
Thank you.
tell people about your thing, real quick.
What thing?
The thing.
Plug your
Come on,
thing.
the thing.
Oh, at Hoppin? Hearts on Fire, March 22nd.
There we go.
That's all I got right now. More details to come.
That's it. Like, there's no other
We got
details.
bands, we got DJs,
Hell yeah.
we got a party.
Okay, now go sit down.
All right.
That's our buddy Ryan. That's one of the OG. You said there's ice out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got we got a real update. There's ice on the roadways here in Texas. So hide your kids.
A
Store up on
precipitation of
fat.
75%. I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's enough of that shit. All right.
Literally
so,
another lifetime, I feel like I was a weather girl. I want to be a weather girl so bad.
So straight out of Garland, at what point did you start getting involved in music?
So it's kind of a loaded question. My brother constantly makes fun of me because there's an article.
What's his name?
Jeremy Minton.
Shame on you, Jeremy.
There's an article where I said that I have been around music since before I was born, and he always roasts me about it. But it's really true. My dad's a musician, and he's been in bars and in the music scene since before I was born. And so he would take me and my brother, and like we would watch him. I can remember being like 3 or 4 years old and being in a bar in Dallas and watching my dad play drums.
Did he play at one of my open mics?
He did.
Yeah,
the one
at
Pouring
least
Glory.
once, maybe twice.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Super awesome
singer-songwriter
guy.
too. His main thing is drums. But in my childhood home, our dining room was converted to a music room. So it has like thousands of records and instruments and recording equipment. So literally my entire life I've been around this stuff.
Wow.
But I didn't start actually performing until like my own stuff till I was probably 21, 22.
But would you like pick up your dad's guitar?
Oh
or
yeah,
play on
for
the
sure.
drums
I started playing guitar and violin when I was 12.
Okay.
And then I started writing songs about 15, but I didn't show anybody till years later.
Super shy about
Yeah,
it.
very shy. And then I had a couple gigs around Dallas, and then I had kids and took like a 5 or 6 year break.
Yeah.
And then I started back up in
Now,
Fort Worth.
did you do any like choir, band, any of that stuff?
I was in orchestra.
Okay. What did you play?
Violin.
I played the violin.
Really?
Yeah, for 2 years, very badly.
Wow. No, I've played violin for 21 years now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's the only instrument that I'm actually trained on.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I just kind of figured it out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I just didn't have. Yeah, it turns out that ADHD and violins don't mix. Like, you're never gonna make it, kid.
Well, either that or you'll extremely make it. It's one of those.
Oh,
it has
yeah?
to be the
Yeah.
thing. It has to be the thing you're obsessed with.
But that's really cool. Yeah, no, I wish I'd have stuck with it. You know, that's a classic instrument. It's something that, you know, if we were going to cut musicians into a pie and like who plays what and who does whatever instrument, violin would be a very slim piece of that pie.
Yeah, and if you're classically trained, it's really easy to jump into random songs because you're listening to the key more or less than the genre or anything. So that's my one instrument that, like, no matter who's playing, I can just kind of jump in and jam.
That's cool.
It's really, really fun.
Have you ever gotten into like electrical violin? I know that's a thing.
I haven't. It's on the list.
That's pretty.
It's part of a vision.
That's some highbrow shit, right?
Yeah,
I mean, not
I'm
everybody
gonna
does that.
Mix it with some kind of computer synthesizer
That would
stuff.
be so
I feel like there's going to be some cool crossover with the violin and electronics.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is yet.
Haven't dipped your toe into that, but you are still playing the violin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my EP, actually, I have a sick violin solo in one of the songs, and I think every single one of them, at least, is a little bit brushed by violin.
So 22, starting to get into music. At what point did you move this way to Fort Worth, or did that happen kind of in between?
It kind of happened by different life choices. I was out in the HEB area.
Okay.
I was living in Euless, and I lived in Bedford for a bit. And then the person I was with at the time, we separated. Mm-hmm. So at that point, it was either go back to Dallas County or stay in Tarrant County. And I ended up moving in with my mom for a good couple of years. Me and the kids. We started over from scratch.
And that went well, right?
It worked out very well. It worked out well. She let us stay there for a good while. And she, moms take care of you. They should. And she did very well.
Living with parents as an adult, though, that's rough, right? It's hard.
It's
an
a hit or
adjustment.
miss.
Yeah.
There's some days, I'm sure if she's listening, she would understand as well.
She feels the same way, I'm sure.
But she
In
loved
reverse.
having me and the kids there.
Yeah.
She said waking up and having her grandchildren there.
Yeah.
She's like, you're cool, but the grandchildren are here. So that was really fun. But by the time it was I was ready to move somewhere. I didn't want to leave Tarrant County.
Yeah.
I really like it over here. And then, of course, I met all the people and all my friends. I feel like by the time it was available for me to find my own home, I was like, it needs to be here. I couldn't even imagine going back to Dallas County now.
Yeah, for sure. And whenever I was a kid, like young baby Andrew, Arlington was the place, right? Do you feel that way? Like, you've been in the area long enough to...
Well, all I've heard is that Arlington has extreme property taxes.
Yeah.
And, like, tourism fees on stuff.
Yeah. But it hasn't always been like that. 30 years ago, Arlington was the jam. Like, that was a good spot. And, yeah, now you got the Cowboys Stadium and all the big stuff there. And
yeah, I know they pushed a lot of people out of their homes to build the stadium.
They did. They completely... I don't know. It seems like probably destroyed some lives trying to get that whole entertainment district up. But anyway, Arlington has changed, and the whole DFW area has changed. In fact, you were even saying that Dallas is not what probably I think it is anymore.
I don't think
more
so.
inviting and easier for newer musicians to get a foot in the door.
Yeah, because I feel like I used to be kind of, I wouldn't say I had any sort of grudge against Dallas, but I just always felt very defeated trying to get gigs out there. Like, it was just like crickets.
I've heard that
and I
from
think
musicians.
I held that with me for a long time. But no, especially, I don't know if I'm just now noticing or if it's a new thing they've done the past couple of years, but their Dallas Entertainment Awards, they put a lot of money into that this year.
Is that a lot like the Fort Worth Weekly Awards?
It's exactly like the Fort Worth Weekly Awards.
And has this been going on for a while?
That's what I'm not sure of. I don't know if they just started promoting it more or if it's a couple of years old.
Because I feel like I just recently saw that too, and I was like, oh, cool, they do the same shit
Yeah, no, it
we
seemed
do.
like it had a huge budget. They had a lot of stuff going on.
I would imagine.
They had like these big awards and stuff. But it looked nice.
Not like our cute little panthies.
Little panthies.
Hey, listen,
I would die for a panthy.
Yeah, that is a coveted treasure.
They
the
are.
panthy.
They're priceless.
I don't care how big or small it is. All right, so you're in Fort Worth. You've been living with your mother for a little bit. You're starting to get into music and feeling like this is the place where you want to settle down. Do you feel like going into your professional stuff at all? Like what you decided to do for work?
Yeah, we could talk about my day job. I'll be pretty vague.
Good.
But I don't usually name
We
them,
only
but I
settle for
love
vague.
them dearly. The second I start crossing over their branding with my personal branding, I have to start being very careful with what I say.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, in the day job, I am a billing clerk at an accounting firm. So it's polar opposite of what I do in my free time.
And I will tell your friends, if they're listening to this episode, and I'm sure that they are, you spoke very highly of the people that you work with. You said that you love your job, and I'm not saying that just to keep you out of the shit.
No, and I'm
You
really
did
not
say
either.
that.
Like, people hear corporate job and they're like, but like, it's like sometimes I still walk into work and I'm like, I can't believe how nice they are. They feed us. There's like a fully stocked break room. Mm-hmm. They take us on fun outings, and everybody's just so nice. They let me have like a jungle of plants in my office. It's really cool.
Have you seen the series? It's called Severance. It's on Apple.
Yes.
What do you think about that show?
I didn't mean to yell into the mic.
No, you
Me
yell
and
as
Joe
loud
are
as you
watching
want.
that right now, and it is weird. And
I'm not caught up, so please don't spoil it.
Okay, no spoilers. But they just renovated part of our office, and they made the walls so white.
Oh, no.
And I'm trying to tell everybody. I tried to tell my coworkers. I was like, have you watched Severance? You know, they're like...
We work on the Severance floor.
Well, and they're really busy. They have like extremely busy corporate. They don't have time to like watch TV. And I'm like,
Right.
Guys, did you watch the show this weekend? It looks like your office. And they're like, I'm busy. Like, it really does.
Get out of here with that.
The white walls make it's big Severance vibes.
I don't know.
It's really nice though. They let me leave.
They let you leave?
I remember what I do in the daytime.
You don't dread the ride on the elevator?
Exactly.
Nice. All right. So at what point did you start really moving into your musical career after getting involved with this corporate position and trying to find time to grow a family, manage all this stuff, and then also tackle your artistic side as an artist? Like, how did that work?
Many hats. Actually, moving to the corporate job is what helped me be able to do all of that,
Really?
ironically.
Yeah.
Before I moved there, I was the manager at a hotel. I worked in hotels for 7 years. And even before I decided to dive back into the music, I knew I needed to find a different job because I never saw my kids.
Yeah.
And I was living out here, and my hotel was in Addison.
Oh my God.
So I was driving like
45 an hour.
2.5 hour commute every day.
Oh, there and back.
Yeah, like a round trip. It was terrible in my car, my mental health. But yeah, I essentially moved jobs to see the kids more. And then as soon as I did, I realized I have weekends off. I have holidays. I get to leave at 5. Like the free time just that one little shift gave me completely opened it up. And then the fact that my job is very understanding. Like if I have like a middle of the day gig, they let me go do it and come back.
That's wild.
I got to take PTO and my lunch and everything, of course, but they're very supportive of people having their outside lives.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So your innie and your outie they're working together.
Yeah, they're connected very well.
Only people that are watching Severance got that.
Yeah, my innie and my outie know each other.
Your outie is a very good person. She is an excellent musician.
Your innie needs help.
All right. So what was, do you feel like there was a moment where you decided like, okay, I'm going to get serious about music? Was working with somebody or a collaborative effort?
Kim. So Kim, for the audience that can't see, Kim is here. Kim is the first person that forced me to have a gig when I moved to Fort Worth. She doesn't want to get on the camera.
Get on. Here we go. All right.
I saw the talent.
Closer.
Saw the talent.
Closer.
Oh, you asking me to go?
Turn that mic up just a little bit. There you go.
Yes.
He's like, come closer.
Yeah. So she was amazing. And I was with Joe, and I was like, wait, you sing? You do all this? You're so talented? Then why aren't you doing anything with it? Yeah. And then that's what it was. And she's like, you know what? I think you're right.
This is crazy.
No, yeah, that literally is the whole reason I started doing gigs again.
We were at Maple Branch.
I think we were at Bankhead.
Was Bankhead?
Yeah, we were at Bankhead.
Okay, yeah.
And I was eating lobster mac and cheese. And I was like, you know what? And then I called my dad that night, and I was like, can I borrow like your entire PA system? Because I'm going to book a gig. And he had this PA system from like 1983. It had like 2 big speakers, and we had to do all the hookup.
Did it connect?
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad was my sound man for like my first probably 10 gigs.
Oh, wow.
And then it was me and Joe's friend Bert. He has a studio, 357 Studios. And he was my sound man for like a year straight because I just couldn't carry the stuff. I could not carry and set everything up by myself. And then I couldn't do my own sound because I just did not know how to work it at all.
Right. Yeah.
So they were helping me a lot.
Curve.
Big shout out to my dad,
Especially
and big shout out to Bert.
Well,
and then I went and got my own speaker, and I
before
figured it out.
Kim runs away, it sounds like you are responsible for what we're doing here tonight. So
Maybe.
kudos to you.
Yeah, there's a couple of articles where, like, in parentheses, I'm like, thanks, Kim.
Yes. I get the shout out, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Yeah. Thanks,
Well,
Gabby.
for anybody that's wondering, that is, you guessed it. Everybody knows your voice. It's Kim from Community. So
Kim from Community, the Southern Charm.
that's right. And we love you. Thank you.
Slap that on a T-shirt.
I can make that happen. So that's what got it started. 10 gigs deep.
Yeah, and then
PA
really
system from Dad, Kim.
just watching Joe do all his stuff, too, is just inspiring. And then, like, meeting him led me to meet a lot of other musicians in the area. And then ending up at the mixers. Just the music community is so supportive and inspiring in Fort Worth. There's nobody that was like, what are you doing? They'd all be
Right.
like, do you need help? Do you know this? Do you need that? Here's a phone number.
Would you like to be part of this project?
Yeah,
That kind of
like
stuff.
nobody's ever gate kept anything out here.
No. And that is really something that I love bringing up. And it's folks like Tom Martin's over at here Fort Worth. And what other name drops should we throw in there? Because it's an incredibly collaborative community.
I mean,
of musicians
everybody
here.
really. I talk to Simone Nicole frequently about stuff.
Yeah.
Hannah Owens is really nice. I recently met her at the Weekly Awards. She won singer-songwriter instead of me.
Congratulations.
But that's like the
Hannah.
person I wanted to win if I wasn't going to win. That was like the whole thing. I was like, one of us is going to win. But she's really nice. We talked about doing something together soon,
Very
too.
cool. Y'all should do that. Hannah, what are you waiting for?
I mean, probably my schedule, honestly.
She's working on the other level of the Severance floor.
Exactly.
Well, let's get into your music. You gave me a few things, and there's some exceptions here. I can't play all of it. You told me. You warned me. You're like, hey, listen.
Super secret release.
Okay.
You can hear 25 seconds of one song.
I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do.
No, yeah, pick whatever.
I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna put your finger on the slider. So you decide.
Okay.
You decide when we're done listening, okay? Because I don't want to be the one that cuts it short. All right. We're working on it, folks. Here
Which
it
one?
comes.
This one?
This one here.
This one?
Yeah.
What are these?
All right, it's playing. Don't touch those.
Tried to sell me sympathy.
That's it.
See it in your face. You tried to come and rescue me. This is not your race.
Ooh, I
That's all
thought
you
you were
got.
going to give them more than that. But it's beautiful, and you did tell me a little story. Can we tell them about the instruments used in that track?
We can. So that is my first song ever. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair.
Go ahead. She's fixing her hair, folks. Don't freak out. You just stand by. Stand
So
by.
that's my first song ever that I'm not playing my guitar. And I'm not like really holding any instruments. We ended up adding ukulele, but for the drum track, so we started that song from scratch, me and Sam Culp. We being me and Sam. Sam Culp of Yokio, amazing producer and also amazing artist.
Shout out, Sam.
Shout out Sam. And Hannah. Hannah actually has a writing credit on that song too, because she helped with the lyrics.
Excellent.
Like we started from complete scratch.
Can we tell them the name of the song?
Yeah.
Photosynthesis?
Well, that's the EP title.
Oh.
But the name of that song is called Not For Me.
Okay.
And we made it by pulling things out of my purse.
Now, what do you mean by that? What is that?
So because I told him I wanted to make like a beat. I was like, I wanted to make it from scratch with no starting with guitar or starting with lyrics or anything. And so we started by trying to make the drums. And we pulled out, and there were some questionable things we tried. Like there's the main
Does anybody want
part-
to take any guesses as the questionable things she pulled out of her purse to make sounds with?
So we used like chopsticks and hit them up against a half full glass.
Okay.
And then we used a bag full of quarters. And then we used a kalimba. That's the least weird thing we used probably.
That was in the purse?
It was in the purse. And then, and then the
How big
thing
is this
we
purse?
tried to use, it's actually this backpack right here.
Oh, okay. If you're
It
watching the
holds a lot
YouTube video,
more.
you can see it.
Yeah, there we
It's
go.
a very small bag, actually.
It opens up a lot.
It's half the size of Megan's.
Whoa, what was that?
No, thank you, Jacob. No, thank you.
What does that mean?
I don't know. What does that mean, Jacob? Means we're doing good. Okay. Cool. That's how he says, keep it going, guys.
The thing that we ended up having to take out, though, was we had a bottle of body spray, and we were shaking it. Because we thought it was, I don't know, we were just experimenting. And then we listened to the song like 4 or 5 times, and we were like, something's wrong here. And then we finally broke it all down, and it was just that body spray that we were shaking. It was like, it was like the ugliest sound in the entire world. It was so gross. But it was a trial and error situation to bring us to that.
Well, for our friends
was
listening
really
at
fun.
home, I have heard the entire track, and it turned out great. It sounds
Thank
wonderful.
you.
And if, I listened to that track and didn't know that you'd pulled all that shit out of your purse, I never would have known. I just wouldn't have known.
Yeah, no, it's if you go on my Instagram, you got to kind of dig for it. But I took a picture of the screen while we were putting together the beat, and it's like chopsticks, quarters, laundry money, body spray. It was
so
really
funny.
fun.
I've got the next song queued up. We want to keep that slider below right here.
So don't crank it to 11.
Don't go past that. All right, here it
Okay.
comes. Ready? Go ahead and give us some juice so we don't miss the first part.
Working fine most of the
This one's pretty cool. I'm gonna let it run till the chorus.
And that's it. That's all
That's
you
all you
get.
get.
So when can people listen to the full version?
So the entire EP is called Photosynthesis for Feelings. It's a mouthful. And it is going to release on Friday, February 28th. And then I haven't announced it yet. I guess this is my first official announcement. We're having a listening party at Low Doubt, the bar that's connected to Tulips. That's going to be Friday, March 7th, the day before Lost in Sound.
Oh, God.
So everybody will be out in the streets having fun. It should be really fun and crowded.
What's
and then
the date?
Friday, March 7th. I'll send you the flyer.
That's when Lost in Sound starts?
Apparently Saturday, March 8th is when Lost in
Those
Sound starts.
people are
I haven't seen anything, but
incorrigible.
that is the first day
Wow.
of Lost in Sound.
Okay.
In my eyes. That's what I've seen on the internet.
Well, I'm sure you're correct. Loadout's a cool little bar. It's
I
tucked
love
behind
it.
Tulips, and if I had to choose between Tulips and Loadout, I'm hanging out at Loadout.
Yeah, and the EP cover kind of matches their color scheme,
Well, that's perfect.
which nobody's seen it yet, but it'll match really nice.
Now, tickets are $45, and you can send that money to Fort Worth Roots. It's no cover.
Yes, it's free.
It's a free show, folks. So come out, have
Free.
fun, and support Gabby. And
Yeah,
make
and
sure
it's
you have
6
some
to
fun.
8, so you can come and you still have time to go do stuff afterwards, too.
Does that fall on a Friday?
It does.
Cool. Very, very cool. Collaborative projects in the future. What do you got your eyes, your peepers?
So
set
that's
on?
one of the main things I'm going to try to work on this year.
Okay.
Is I feel like last year I spent a lot of time doing gigs. I spent a lot of time playing, trying to just physically get my name out into the world. And so now I'm going to kind of hone it in this year and try to work more on releasing more music. Oh, is that me or you?
No, it's new. It's a new thing. It's
Okay.
a new thing that the system just started doing.
But yeah, nothing that I can officially announce yet.
Okay.
But I'm working with some pretty interesting people. And I said, like, not
Are they
singers,
aliens? The way you said that was like they might be from Area 51.
skinwalkers.
Yeah.
No. It's like a high level, like a DJ in Berlin.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm like
I'm here for it.
way out of my normal realm. It's going to be really cool, though. It's going to be fun, cool, interesting.
That sounds pretty rad.
Yeah, and then I do plan on releasing more of my own personal music, too. Like, probably not far after this release. We're already starting to get ready to track the next thing we're working on. So hopefully I get to bombard everybody with music this year.
Well, let Fort Worth Roots know if we can do anything to help you promote that. You know,
Thank
we're
you.
You know we're here for it.
I definitely will.
And I would-
there's going to be stuff. Eventually we'll have a live show where we're going to play this.
Okay.
And I don't have too
Do you
many
have a venue?
I don't have details on that yet. I have one very almost confirmed.
Okay.
I have one highly in mind.
Can't tell people which one you're gunning for?
I would love to go play at the New Post.
Hell yeah.
I would absolutely
hell
love
yeah.
the New Post.
By the way, folks, if you haven't, I mean, it's nothing that you haven't seen before,
Yeah.
but the vibe is there, man. The New Post is the shit, and I hope that we all get behind it and support that place because that is a cool spot.
Yeah, it's in the
I
old
missed
Lola
it.
spot, right?
Yeah. And, like, I guess, you know, it was only cold for, like, maybe 6 months, and then Birdies took over. Isn't that right? Yeah, and I just never went in there. And then as soon as the Post pushed its way back in there, I showed up opening night, and I'm like, man, this feels good. This feels right.
Is Birdies
This feels
not
like
a-
Fort Worth.
Is Birdie's not open anymore?
No, it is. So they kept the back half with the big outdoor stage,
No,
which
yeah.
I think there's a collaborative effort there. I think like the Post is going to be able to use the outdoor stage and
I'm
stuff.
sure.
So, but I'm just so glad that that's.
No, yeah,
back
from
in
what
there.
I've seen, they have like the same kind of setup as the old location.
Oh, yeah.
It looks very homey.
100%.
I would love to. And the sound was always really good.
Help me with Homeboy's name. I know it, but I'm slipping right now. The owner, Brooks. Yeah, he. I ran into him opening night, and I was like, "How much of this did you have to change? Like, how much work did you put into this to get it open back up?" And he was like, he just shook his head like none, like nothing. You know, they put up their big. You know, the Post, their logo on the stage and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
no, it
really
was
they
pretty
didn't
well put
change anything.
together.
Yeah. So it's the spot, man. So yeah, nah, I'd
Fingers
love that. I'd
crossed.
love that. That'd be very cool. Brooke, make it happen, man.
Yeah. I can say, though, that Mandy Hand from Big Heaven's going to be my bass player.
Hell yeah,
It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited.
She's listening right now, by the way.
Hey, Mandy.
I know Mandy's listening.
We got plans we're planning. That's all I got for y'all.
Love Mandy. She's the best.
Yeah,
so
she's great.
That's going to be really cool.
I'm obsessed. R.I.P. Big Heaven. I'm still obsessed with Big Heaven. I love them so much.
I know.
Every single one of them is great.
I did I did an episode with Mandy, and I labeled it. So anytime I put out an episode, I'm always conflicted right before I launch it because I never think about, like, what am I going to name this episode? And for Mandy's episode, the first time we ever recorded was after that, and I named it No More Heaven.
Oh.
I know, because it hurts.
I can't wait to see what you name our episode.
Yeah, I'm interested too. I have no idea. So we'll just see how that turns out.
Photosynthesis has been a very large word in my
Okay.
life the past year.
It's how plants get what they crave.
Yeah,
Brondo.
exactly. I don't know.
Is there anything, Gabby, since we're doing an interview here, is there anything that would surprise people about you as far as, you know, your beliefs in Sasquatch, UFOs, or other things?
Something that would surprise people.
Something they don't know about you.
I don't know. I'm a pretty open book.
That's true.
I'm probably a little more open than I should be. I mean, any strong opinions I have, I'm very vocal about.
All right.
I'm half Hispanic.
Are you?
I had a quinceañera.
Do you speak the Espanol
I can understand it very well, but
Really?
I cannot speak it.
at all?
Yeah, my mom is from Monterey,
Okay.
and we have family in Monterey and Laredo. But then my dad's from Wichita Falls, Texas, and I got all the Wichita Falls.
That's funny.
Yeah, but a lot of people forget that I'm half Hispanic because I am very pale as well.
Well,
and I don't speak Spanish
I don't
at
spend a
all.
lot of time thinking about people's nationality or heritage or anything like that until they open their mouth and they have like a really thick accent, which you do not. So
I don't.
it would have never crossed my mind.
I have a thick Southern accent, I think.
Is that right?
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah.
Well, how about you then?
No, yeah, I don't realize it until I'm like at work and I put y'all in an email.
I y'all my way through half of my conversations.
No, yeah, it's well accepted too. That wonderful day job. They let me put y'all in my emails.
That's all you need to know right there.
Yeah. I don't know anything that might shock people.
Where do you think
Well,
humans
thank you,
came
babe.
from?
Their mothers?
No, I mean, like, how do we end up on this planet?
So
Here we go.
it has to be some sort of. Okay, so have you seen that picture? It's like, it's a galaxy and it looks just like an eyeball.
Yep.
Like, I truly, truly believe that we might be like a science experiment on some alien kid's shelf, like
Sure.
in a petri dish of sorts. You know how we look into microscopes and we see all the little guys moving around and they have their own little worlds? Surely that has to be something. And I mean, the CIA has released documentation about it, saying like we live in a hologram
Yeah.
and that none of this is real.
That's why it's fun
And they
asking this
usually
question.
release stuff like that when it's true because they're like, they're not going to believe us. This doesn't matter. So they just like send it out into the world. So I think that could be something.
Excellent.
I will not say I don't believe religion is not real, but I think that could be something.
Sounds like we're still working on forming that into a full Gabby Minton
Yeah, no
New
conspiracy theory
International
on
Version edition.
Yeah.
Your own Bible, your own cult.
I mean, that'd be kind of fun. It sounds like a lot of pressure.
Well, I say we tie it up for now, and then we get back into it whenever you're ready to promote something else. What do you think?
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah? Where can people find Gabby Minton?
So I have a website now. You can go, it used to be you have to go to all these different socials and type in Gabby Minton Music. But now you could just go to GabbyMinton.com.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
That's a
I just
domain.
opened up my own merch store that you can also find on GabbyMinton.com. And all my music, all of my Fort Worth Weekly article.
Hell
Everything, yeah, anything you can find about
Front page, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
In January of 2024, you can buy it on a T-shirt on my merch
Oh,
website. I don't know.
I want that shirt.
I'm not sure if the weekly's gonna make me not do that. I didn't.
Oh, they don't care.
I don't think so.
No, they're
and
cool
it's like
with
free
it.
promo for them too. I messaged them on Instagram and was like, "Hey guys,
Lee,
I got this on
Michael,
a
you
shirt.
guys.
Let me know if I need to do anything
be cool with that.
specific."
They never responded, right?
No,
That sounds right. That sounds about right.
I know. I felt like if it was a big deal, they would have said something quickly. But yeah, you could buy that on my merch store. It comes on a sweater too.
from our friends out there in the audience. Thank y'all again for being here. Would anybody like to chime in, give some roses to Gabby before we get out of here?
Yeah, any audience questions
Audience
for our
mic
live
is open.
mic?
Is open. Takers one, takers. Here we go. We got one.
Oh.
Give it up for JOE.
Hey, babe.
Twist that thing up however you need to.
Any curious? I'm curious about any besides the like the drum story about what all the stuff that was in your purse. Any other crazy story in the process of making this EP?
In the process of making it, I think so.
Thank you, Joe.
That's a good question, actually. So this whole EP is very out of my wheelhouse. And when I first brought it to Sam, I gave him my demos, and it was like my normal, like, sad, quiet, acoustic stuff. Like, this one song was really slow and really sad. And he was the one that was like, this is too slow and too sad. He was like, we gotta pep this up. And I was like so terrified. I was like, what do you mean? Like, we're not doing any of that. And we're doing the photosynthesis for feelings one that I said you could hear me screaming. So we completely tracked that song. And he was like, now I need you to scream it into the microphone. And I was like, what? And we went back and forth like 4 or 5 times because I just could not like grasp what he meant. I was like trying to scream like a metal band or something.
So he just wanted you to break loose, right?
Yeah,
Try a different
he was
format.
like, feel it, get into it.
Cool.
But
and
yeah.
so that's in there. That's in the back.
It is, yeah, if you listen really hard. I should have a background singer doing it at the live show.
No, I think that should be a bonus. That should be a bonus track that you throw into that album whenever
just
you're ready.
the screaming.
Hell yeah.
Very
What do you think,
nice.
Joe? Is that a good idea? Yeah.
You can
Maybe?
do the screaming.
You've already done it. We just have to put it on a track. All right.
Yeah, and I think just like learning the different cadences. I'm so used to singing like kind of the same thing. I don't do many runs. And if I do, they're like high pitched and quick. But like just like the little runs and the choruses. Sam was really good at breaking down a structure.
Yeah.
Like I never realized I don't have choruses in my songs. I don't have bridges. It's just kind of a song.
Just go for it.
Yeah, so that was like a whole learning process. And there was a long, what did we say? He kept telling me to sing in a circle from my stomach. And I was like, what the hell does that mean?
What does that mean?
But the second I got it, I was like, oh, like now that's what I do. Like now it's like how I sing when I sing that song.
So you think it's man, that's great. Because
Yeah.
when you get involved with these collaborative projects, you learn a little bit more, and you're able to incorporate that into your art.
Exactly.
That's
I think
awesome.
a really big thing I learned was to let other people show you what to do and to not discount it until you've tried it.
Right.
Because I was like, what the hell do you mean? You want me to scream into a microphone? And it worked so good. Like, I trust Sam with my life now. Like, he could call me and be like, come on, we're going somewhere now, and we're going to do this. And I'd be like, I'm down.
That's excellent. For our friends that are listening and not in the room right now, but might be interested in joining us for another Tuesday episode, we do this every week out at McFly's. Whenever we get off this recording, we're going to pull a name out of the cup right over here, and we're going to give somebody a cash prize, and then we're going to pull another ticket out of there, and we're going to give them a $10 gift card to Boulevard Brew, which is actually right down the street from us here. And another thing that we do is the audience microphone, and after we get done with our recording with our guests, we open it up to the audience. If you got something to plug, hit us with it. What do you got, Robert?
I'm going to plug for her.
Well, there's a microphone over here, though.
I'll let you know, and I'm gonna sit
Oh,
down
you need a
because-
stool. My
I'm going to
goodness.
sit down because I'm a giant, and
We
you want
got-
to put this thing too low.
It's adjustable. You guys all
You
know it's
what?
adjustable, right?
Every time I mess with this mic, whether it be on that stage or with you, it has fallen down on me. So I'm not touching it. So I'm going to plug Sweet Treats by Kai. It's Kylie Askar from River Oaks. They're going to be at Rabbit Hole on March 2nd from 12 to 5. And next Tuesday, for you, Andrew, she's going to bring samples for all your guests.
Excellent.
They also do events such as quinceañeras. You can correct me on that. I know I said it wrong.
You looked at me to
Quinceañera.
correct you. There we go. There we go.
You know, Andrew, you're the one
I'm
that got
not
high
the
school
one.
education. Weddings, graduation parties, baby showers, gender reveal, private parties. They will drop off, pick up, and stay. Set up the event for you for their stuff. Tear it down so you don't have to do anything. And you can catch them at sweet.treatsby.ky, sorry, on Instagram.
You did so good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys,
You have a voice for radio or commercials or something.
I thought it was a face for radio, but yeah, the voice ain't bad. It's all
Is
right.
it a face for radio?
I do have a face for radio.
No, you did great.
Everybody
man.
loves hearing me on the phone and radio, I think.
No, he put a lot of attention into that. He brought notes. He was committed to making that sound good, and he did a great job. Guys and gals, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. Can we get a round of applause for Gabby Minton? Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Get louder. Get louder. Thank you so much, Gabby.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to finish up this recording and stay with us because we got Kaylee Ryan here in just a little bit, and that's going to be awesome, too. We also have more pizza over here, so you guys come over here, get fat with the rest of us. All right, until the next one, we'll see you. All right. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. Get on the Fort Worth Roots train or just get out of the way, man. We're just going to keep doing cool stuff. This was a lot of fun. It had nothing to do with me. We had great guests and really excited to make new friends and catch up with old friends and all that good stuff. You guys are welcome to come out and join us every Tuesday at McFly's Pub, 5 to 7 o'clock. I'm going to have pizza out there for you and a live audience microphone. So you guys can get in on the conversation. You caught a little bit of that in this episode. And it's fun. It's a fun way to engage with folks. It's early. I know it's a Tuesday, but we get you out of there plenty of time. Even after I break down all my equipment, pack it up in the Camry, and head to the house, I'm usually home by 9 o'clock. And that's not bad for a Tuesday. So you can do it too. Come out and have fun with us. Meet new people. Be part of the community. Shout out to our amazing sponsors. You can find all of them at fortworthroots.com. Click that Trusted Sponsors tab. DonovanMFG.com is our newest sponsor. And ladies and gentlemen, they got some cool stuff going on. It's one big umbrella. We're going to release that episode here in a day or two. But they've got a lot of different stuff going on. But by the way, if you're somebody like me that uses Vistaprint or Staples or whatever for your printed material, your banners, whatever, if you need a print shop, these guys have got you covered. Go to DonovanMFG.com, and that will be in the show notes, so you didn't have to write it down. Shout out to Hoppin. Hoppin is an excellent location for your next event. Check their Instagram for fresh events every week, located at 2616 Weisenberger Street here in Fort Worth, Texas. On Instagram as Hoppin FWTX. You don't need an option for a real estate agent or property information or whatever. We got you covered on that too with the Davis team, who sold 2 homes for us here at the Fort Worth Roots already and helped us find our current home where we are raising 2 chickens, because to hell with them egg prices, right? We did. We went out and we bought ourselves a chicken coop and a couple of chickens. Like, listen real close, maybe you can hear them. Maybe not. I don't know if it's picking it up. Anyway, they're just doing chicken stuff over there about 10 feet away from me. We're going to have some eggs. So anyway, hit me up if you're looking for fresh homegrown eggs. The Davis team, they're the ones to blame for all this. The Davis team, everything real estate, all in one place, www.yourdavesteam.com, or get them on the phone, 817-755-0504. Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf parties, events, retreats, reunions, team building, and fundraisers. They will bring a disc golf course to you. Set it all up, break it all down. All you got to do is have the fun. Find them at galaxywildernessdg.com. Phone number 682-228-0399. Fort Worth Float Company. If y'all been catching any of these videos with me going in and dunking myself in 40-degree water for 5 minutes, that's what I'm up to now. But at the end of this, we're doing like a 30-day challenge. When I get done with that, Fort Worth Float Company has a rad little deal for you guys, but they're only going to let me talk about it on the show because it's going to be really good. And he doesn't want me like blasting it out everywhere and all these people run in with a super cheap deal so that they can take advantage of this stuff. He's doing it so that our friends at Fort Worth Roots, you guys who listen all the way to the end, you get something really cool. So Boulevard, I should finish that read. Fort Worth Float Company. Let your float obsession begin. FortWorthFloatCompany.com, located at 5934 River Oaks Boulevard in Fort Worth, Texas. On Instagram as FW Float Company. It is cool. They got float tanks. They got the ice plunge, sauna, and I always forget the name of this thing. I think it's like Noxivo Light. It's trippy. I tried it out the other day. It's pretty rad. You need to go into this place. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your health. Go check it out. Fort Worth Float Company. Boulevard Brew, great place to get your coffee fix, enjoy the music on a Friday night, or throw your next event. They're located at 5406 River Oaks Boulevard, River Oaks, Texas, 76114. Follow them on Instagram at Boulevard Brew. The Body Scrubbery, Michelle, our friend, who helped us put on, well, I helped her put on the dating show, or the Fort Worth dating game. It was a lot of fun. Packed house. Everybody had a good time. It was wild. I've never seen a crowd like that at a venue such as this on a Friday night. It was really cool. Anyway, aside from that, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself at the Body Scrubbery. They've got all the stuff. Foot scrubs, body scrubs, massages, spa treatments, couples packages, small group parties. It's a really cool spot. It's located at 519 Pennsylvania Avenue. Michelle has just completely revitalized this building and turned it into something really cool. You walk in and you're like, okay, I feel it. I feel a nice chill vibe here. It's very cozy. You find them on Instagram as The Body Scrubbery. Of course, McFly's Pub, 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with an incredible outdoor area and 2 stages for live music. I'm not even going to read the address because it's so weird. But anyway, type it into your Google Maps. McFly's Pub pulls it right up. It's a cool little spot. And you guys are welcome to come out and do a Tuesday with us like we did in this episode. We'd like you to come along. On Instagram as McFly's Pub. Our buddy at Roofing Solutions would rather you know about River Oaks Springfest Car Show happening April 19th, and it's going to be a blast. I think this is year 4, but man, they really pour themselves into this, and it's going to be really cool. River Oaks Springfest Car Show, lots of cool stuff going on, no cover charge, and hundreds of classic cars, vendor market, on and on. More information on that in the show notes and on the Fort Worth Roots Instagram. BMS, BAEZ Maintenance Services, commercial cleaning. If you got a business, trust me, your customers appreciate it when your building doesn't look like shit. These folks can clean it up, and they have a great reputation. By the way, if you're wondering, when we approach these businesses, because most of them we walked up to and we're like, hey, we want to work with you. We did that because they have such a great rating, and we will not do business with anybody that doesn't have a sterling reputation. So BAEZ Maintenance Services falls into that category. Super stoked to have them on board with us. They've got a picture of a tiny little dinosaur in their logo, so who doesn't love that? Okay, onward. Let's get into it. EDS, online data theft, is more common now than ever before. Cyber criminals are now attacking small businesses. Let Eaton Data Solutions show you where your team is vulnerable. Schedule a consultation today. EatonDataSolutions.com. Purple Web Consulting, our buddy Jeff is doing something incredible. He's taking a lifetime of knowledge from a Fortune 500 company and making those same services accessible to you, the small business owner. Only in Fort Worth, by the way. Purple Web Consulting. Website design and hosting, e-commerce integration, digital strategy, and consulting. Find them online, purplewebconsulting.com. Phone number is 817-629-6069. And what else was I going to tell you? They're designing our website, and it looks dope. I've just got to clean up a couple of things that need my guidance, like descriptions and pictures from what we've been doing over the past 5 years, but it's ready. I just got to sit down and finish this thing up. That's our sponsors, folks. Oh, hold on a minute. Tres Amigos Tacos and Tequila. You know about them yet? So, the place that they took over had a very bad reputation, and I feel like this stuck with them because people cruise by it and they're like, no, I don't think so. Because the last place had a really awful reputation. But Tres Amigos has gutted that building, turned it into something of their own, cleaned it all up, and they are slanging some of the best Mexican food delicacies right there in that kitchen. But also, their bar is incredible. It's a tequila bar. And they know what they're doing. If you haven't been over there yet, it's called Tres Amigos Tacos and Tequila. And it is on Magnolia Street right next to the Boiled Owl. And you got to check it out. I brought some friends in there yesterday. I was like, hey, you want to have lunch at my sponsor's place? They're like, yeah. And before they left, they're like, dude, this place is awesome. I'm like, I know. We only work with the best. Tres Amigos Tacos and Tequilas. Okay. Oh, and Cloudland Studios. If y'all haven't been over, if you are a musician and you need somebody to help you master your product, you've got a solution for that now too. Cloudland Studios. I am looking them up because we got their stuff right before, like the day after we made all these little pamphlets. Cloudland_recording_studio. Our buddy Joe Tacky over there making dreams come true. So if you're a musician and you need someplace to do the thing, he's got you covered. And something that a lot of local studios don't have, I'm sure some of them do, but Joe specializes in that analog thing where he's actually got physical knobs and sliders and all the good stuff. And not only that, but he creates his own sounds. So if you need a certain type of thing to kind of squeeze somewhere into that track, he's going to come up with a solution for that. And he's got all sorts of wild ideas. The guy's incredibly imaginative. So Cloudland damn it, I lost it. It will be in the show notes, but it's Cloudland Studios, and they know what they're doing. Okay, that's all our sponsors. And let's see, what do we got coming up? You know, we got the morning show, Monday through Thursday. If you guys have anything going on inside the area, the Fort Worth area, let us know. Tell us about your event. media@fortworthroots.com is the email. Send us an audio file, and we will play it on the show. We are releasing 5 episodes a week. This week, it looks like we're going to be releasing somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 episodes this week. Oh, my God. Help me. We're trying to figure out exactly how to get help. Like, I need help. So if you know somebody that's a highly motivated, creative individual that would love to jump on the Fort Worth Roots bandwagon, send them my way. We need help. It's gotten crazy. If you want to see how crazy, follow us on Instagram because we got some other videos that are about to drop and lots of collaborative projects. I'm having fun out here, but boy, I could use some help. I promise you. And I got some friends out there that are doing amazing things for me, and I appreciate you guys so much. I'm not going to start dropping names because there's a dozen of you, and I'm going to forget somebody if I do that. So, but I love you. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, this thing is getting out of control. Oh, man. But Fort Worth seems to be doing good, too, man. I walk into places now, and business is picking up. Like, folks are finally starting to go out. Today is not the best example because it's Friday and it's 20 degrees outside, but it's getting better, man. I feel like it's starting to pick up. People are going out again. Not like they were, but it's better than it was. So support local businesses, folks, if you get a chance. If you can ever remember to do that, you can pick up a copy of the Fort Worth Weekly. You can slap that thing on its face, and right there on the back is a permanent Fort Worth Roots ad space where we cycle our local businesses through there. So if you're trying to figure out, well, you know, I want to support small businesses, but where do I find these guys? There you go. Back of the Fort Worth Weekly. Or on our website, fortworthroots.com. Or on our pamphlets. We're going to have pamphlets now on trifold brochures that you can pick up at all of our brick and mortar locations, all of our sponsors that have stores. You'll see a sign that says Fort Worth Roots. This business supports our show, and this is a local business. Thank you for shopping here, something to that effect. And it's got a QR code for the Fort Worth Roots website. So look for that sign, and if that sign's there, there's supposed to be some brochures. I'm only leaving like 3, 4, maybe 5 brochures every time I stop in. So if you want one of those, put on your refrigerator so you know who to shop with. Let me know. If you stop by a location they don't have any, I'll make sure and make a special trip. All right. That's enough out of me. Come see me next Tuesday. Claire Hinkle is going to be our guest next week, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll be mad if you miss it. I think we're looking at a packed house. That's what I'm always aiming for, man. It's more fun with more people. All right, folks. That's enough out of me. Thank y'all for listening, and we will see you next week. Wrong button. Adios. See ya.